Here we are live at the Rock Ridge home rink in Virginia, Minnesota, where the Rails have taken on the Rock Ridge Wolverines. First time this year. And 17-minute periods, had to adjust for that. Forget we're on the range. And here we go, Hardy's going to be out centering Hoggeston and Yost, Matthew and O'Connell at D. Wolverines quick draw into the neutral zone. Cross ice pass, shallow in the zone, good post check by O'Connell. Wolverines there to pick it up. Hardy picks the pocket right at the blue line. Hardy flying down the far side as O'Connell breaking down the middle. Tried centering pass, knocked away by the Wolverines, who are back their way just as fast. Wolverines pass right to the front in the middle. Shot to Colt. Drops a glove on it for the first whistle of the game. God, that looks weird. I don't know if I like this, Scott. It's crooked. It's upsetting me. There, that's better. Puck out top for the Wolverines. Good job by the D holding it in, put it right across the blue line. Right to the top of the dot, excuse me, for the circle for the Wolverines, shot in the corner. Zoom in a little bit more for your pleasure. Roderick body behind the net, tips over to Matthew, up the boards, out of Elliott's reach. Wolverines trying to hold it in. Hoops chasing it down the neutral zone. Elliott picks it up, tries going between the legs to Roderick out front, couldn't get a shot off. Elliott in the corner with the puck out top to Matthew. Matthew fires it towards the net, right by Roderick's stick. Rock Ridge's goalie last second puts a glove on it, knocks it down. Hard shot from Matthew from the point. Hardy out centering, Dunbar and Tallarico. Hubbard and Jahola at D. Hubbard mishandled the puck at the blue line. Wolverines back the other way. Wolverines around the defenseman down below the goal line. Gonna try to get it up top. Wolverines off the boards up to the top of the circle. Flip one's wide of the net. Hardy tries to go off the board, knocked off his stick. Jahola pinches his guy against the boards. Hardy behind his own net, winding it up. Down two players, Hardy into the neutral zone. Over the red line, taking it far side. Blast one from the bottom of the circle, off the goalie's paddle, into the corner, and Wolverines flip it out of the zone. Jahola picks it up, neutral zone, regrouping over to Hubbard. Hubbard centering pass. Oh, Hardy gets a shoulder right at center ice. Oh, Hardy goes for a retaliatory hit, knocks this guy down at the blue line. Rails dumping it deep. Hardy chasing it down. Hardy on a mission. So Tallarico. Wolverines up the boards, off the boards again. O'Connell tries to hold it in. See an offsides call on the Rails. Rodberg centering Yost and Hoggeston. Matthew and O'Connell at D. Puck on the dot. Wolverines, picking up on the faceoff. Robert got a stick on it, tipped it over to Yost. Yost across the neutral zone. Faceoff dot, fires one off the blocker. The goalie goes into the corner. Connell tips it back in the corner. Hoggeston working down low. Hoggeston chasing this guy down. Wolverines up the boards. Defense are backing out. Matthew back to pick it up, top of his own circles. Backhands it, try to clean the zone. Oh, Wolverine centering pass, hits Roderick in the skates. Yost to pick it up. Yost flying to the neutral zone, try to toe drag off a skate of the Wolverines. Offsides. How about Riles with his delayed offsides for a couple minutes?
He called me after the game. I gave him shit about that.
What did he say? He forgot?
First Bantam game.
Oh, it was?
At least for a year.
Right. Hardy out with Hoops and Elliott. Looks like Matthew O'Connell deep. Puck goes in deep. Elliott pinches it off. Oh, that wasn't Elliott, that was Hardy. Hoops in the corner with the puck. Throws it up top to Matthew. Matthew's got some space. Fires one off the blocker. Bouncing puck. Oh, knocked out of the air by the Wolverines. Look, it was going in the net possibly. Wolverines with the puck behind their own net. Good forecheck by Hoops and Hardy. Hoops picks it up, puts it up top for O'Connell. O'Connell fires a low hard shot just wide of the net. Matthew pinching in, trying to get it in deep. Matthew gets tied up. Wolverines gain control. Harder Hoops chasing it down. Matthew with a nice step. That's going to be a knee-to-knee contact, I think. Oopsie. Wolverines back the other way. It's like even strength. Puck in the corner. Rails touch it. And ref, yeah, calling knee-to-knee. That's ref's discretion on minor or major on those, right? Knee to knee? Knee to knee. Was it a trip or knee to knee? Oh. Oh, okay. How do they do it then? Like this? What's the call? Oh. Tripping. I was wrong. Matthew goes to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Rodrick out with Dunbar on this penalty kill. Hubbard and Jahola at D. Wolverines back up top, set up the offense. Hard snapshot from the top of the circles, fires it wide of the net. Brings it back out top. Wolverines player falls. Rodrick center ice picks it up. Comes out 2-on-1 with Dunbar. Rodrick fires one right into the helmet of the goalie. Dunbar backhands it right into the corner. Good scoring opportunity by the Rails. Wolverines pick it up back the other way quick. Wolverines into the corner behind the Rails net. Rodrick in the corner to pick it up. Rodrick off the glass, clears the zone. Dunbar in chasing it down. Wolverines looking to break it out. Wolverines up the middle. Intercepted briefly by Dunbar. Wolverines pick it back up. Hubbard puts his guy into the boards. Good body by Hubbard. Wolverines behind the net looking for an outlet pass. Centering pass to Dunbar. Dunbar knocks it out of the zone. Foot race. Rodrick didn't take off for that one. 55 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Rails. Rodrick with a poke check, shallow in the zone. Puck bounced up the boards. Rodrick knocks it away. O'Connell back by himself. We're missing a D. Holy smokes. Right to the dot for the Wolverines. Wolverines centering pass. One-timer right on net. Colt with a big save. Good scoring opportunity by the Wolverines. Holy smokes, we were missing a defenseman. Yeah. This isn't supposed to end well. Hardy out with Talarico. Hubbard and Jahola at D. Push the button like 4 times. Colt puts it in the corner. O'Connell chasing it down. Puck rung up the boards. Hardy chasing it down. Wolverines put it up top for the defenseman. Intercepted by Hardy. Hardy up the sideboards. Tries cutting back to the middle. Good defensive play by the Wolverines. Hardy in the corner with the puck. Hardy gets set up right behind the goal. Oh, good clean hit by the Wolverines. Wolverines D to D. Up the middle, couldn't hold on to it. Hardy goes for a body. Redemption tour. Talarico flying in the zone looking for a forecheck. Wolverines up the boards. Hardy comes in high. Both teams full strength. Wolverines with the puck behind their own net. Looking for that breakout pass. Right up the middle, right underneath Hardy's stick. Hit a Wolverines player, but on this side of the red line, or their side, excuse me. That'll be an icing call. What did Nixon do? Hit the guy right in the chin? You know, 2-on-1 with Westy.
Oh, the goalie. Yeah, you got me.
Rodrick out centering Yost and Hoggeston. Yost up top with the puck. Yost cutting across the middle. Yost looking for an outlet pass. Yost tips it in the boards to himself behind the net. Wolverines pick it off, throw up the boards. Jahola couldn't get there in time. Rails forced to regroup to Matthew. Matthew centering pass. Hits Hoggeston. Hoggeston tried hitting Rodrick behind him. Wolverines off the boards, back in the neutral zone. Yost chasing him down, pumps the brakes right at the blue line. People are just falling all over the place. Rodrick body behind the net, up to Yost. Yost coming down 2-on-3 with Hoggeston. Yost cutting in the middle, tips up to himself. Couldn't catch up to it, puck behind the net. Good tie up by the Wolverines. Puck bouncing, Rodrick gets it on his stick. quick shot off of his shin pad into the near corner. Wolverines looking to break it out. Rodberg went for the hit. Hoggeston got the puck, dumped it in deep. Wolverines up the boards, centering pass. Hardy steps on the ice. Wolverines over blue line. Good poke check by O'Connell. Forcing the Wolverines to regroup. Fire in right into the glove of Matthew. Matthew up the boards to Hardy. Hardy gets taken down from behind. Dumps it in deep. Wolverines behind their own net looking to break out. Quick pass up the boards to a winger. Centering pass right on the tape. Split the D. Couldn't hold on to it. Wolverines behind the net. Tip it out front. Knocked away by O'Connell last second. Hardy throws a body into the boards. Hardy stops the pass with his, or shot, I think, with his stick. Coming in 2-on-1. Puck too far, and Hardy. Hoops picks it up. Hoops fires one right into the guts. The Wolverines goalie holds onto it for a whistle. Whew. Hardy with Elliott and Hoops. Hubbard and Jahola at D. Puck sitting on the dot. Hoops battling forward. Hardy in to help out. Hoops centering pass. Elliott tips it over to Hoops. Hoops tries to get down low to Hardy. Puck just bouncing in front of the net. No get his stick on it. Wolverines flip it out of the zone out to Jahola. Wolverines got him right away. Gets it away from him. Dumps it in deep. Hubbard trying to go up the boards to Elliott. Knocked away by the Wolverines forward. Good forecheck. Turn. Quick shot on net. Robert out with Dunbar and Tellerico. Hubbard and Jahola at D. Robert wins that one clean into the corner. Wolverines get there first. Wolverines still the puck. Centering pass. Tellerico trying to get a stick on it. Wolverines throw it to the far boards. Puck behind the net knocked down by one of the defenders. Wolverines great job holding that one in. Centering pass right by everybody. No icing call on that one. Tellerico chasing it down. Rodberg second man in, almost intercepted. Wolverines tape-to-tape pass through the neutral zone. Wolverines coming in 3-on-1. Hard shot off Colt's leg pad. Tellerico tips up the boards to himself. Tellerico coming the other way with Dunbar and Rodberg 3-on-2. Tellerico puts one towards the net. Hits the goalie's stick up and out of play. Back and forth hockey here tonight. Yeah, he took a shot and he was off balance. Yeah. He's like Glatt right now. He hit the ice with his fist. Hardy out with Yost. Hoggeston, Matthew and O'Connell at D. Hardy wins it forward to himself. Couldn't get the shot off. Puck goes into the corner. Body's flying in the corner. Hardy with the puck, walks out with it. Looking for a centering pass, throws it up top to Matthew. Matthew walks the blue line. Rings it, tries to get it deep in, ends up on the Wolverine stick. Go behind D to D. Got to go in quick, boys. Good forecheck by Hoggeston. Hardy picks up the puck, fires one up and over the net up top to Matthew. Matthew cutting back to the middle of the ice. Matthew back to Hoggeston. Hoggeston towards the front of the net. Right at the paddle. The Wolverines goalie puts it towards the boards. Wolverines quick with a breakout. Wolverines in the corner. Matthew picks his pocket, tries to get up the boards. Second Wolverine steps in, knocks the puck off Matthew's stick. Up the boards of Yost. Yost leaves it for Hardy. Hardy over the red line, coming in 2-on-4. Try leaving it for Yost. Yost off the boards. The Wolverines defenseman. Good forecheck by Hoggeston. Hardy still chasing it down. Wolverines flick it up and out of the zone, out of play. Jahola off the boards, right to the Wolverines forward. Yost buries this guy by the player's box. Jeez. Hardy centering pass. That can't be an offsides, can it? Yeah. Ref called offsides. The Rails put it back in their own zone.
Brought to you by Dave Ryle.
Yeah. What not to do when reffing youth hockey. Rodberg out. Hoops and Elliott. Hubbard and Jahola at D. Brought to you by Diva. Clean draw into the Wolverine zone. Hoops chasing it down. Wolverines up the boards. Tip it out to the center. Wolverines back the other way. 3-on-3. Wolverines go wide. Round Jahola. Centering pass. No one home. Going to be a foot race. Hoops is flying. Hoops trying to get there first. Wolverines player tips it back to his partner. Wolverines back up the boards. Tip it up. Hubbard there to shut it down. Just outside the zone. No offsides. Wolverines top of the circles. Fire one. Right into the glove of Colt. Holds onto it for a whistle. Whew. Whoo-wee. Rodberg wins to the boards. Trying to throw it back in the boards. Wolverines win it. Throw it behind the net. Body. Wolverines centering pass. Good tie-up by Hubbard. Elliott picks it up. Looking for a centering pass by everybody. Got to go. Rodberg goes into the corner. Wolverines get rid of it quick. Out to Jahola. Jahola's centering pass. Rodberg tips it in the zone. Hoops going in for a forecheck. D to D for the Wolverines. Centering pass right by Elliott. Holy smokes. Hubbard over to O'Connell. Back to Hubbard. Hubbard backhands it up the boards. Clears the zone, but ends up around the Wolverines stick. Good outlet pass to the Wolverines right in center ice. Back the other way, 2-on-2. Couldn't hold on to it. Puck bounces in the corner. O'Connell doing a good job putting his guy into the boards. Hoops tips it up to Hardy. Hardy coming down the near side. Hardy cuts across the middle. Oh, off the goalie's chest. Right into the bucket and holds on to it. That hit him in the chest and went up, it looked like. His ears be ringing all night. It's got to be loud in that helmet, too. Are dangers not required in the youth anymore? They're not? Oh. Hardy wins it back to Matthew. Matthew, quick, low, hard shot right out of the paddle. Hardy picks it up in the corner. Hardy centering pass. Look at this goal for O'Connell. Matthew intercepts, throws it behind the net. Hardy crashing in hard. Picks off the pass. Hardy back behind the net. Another spin move. Hardy out to Matthew at the center of the ice. Snapshot into the chest of the goalie. Holds on to it for a whistle. I think he started the clock. Holy smokes. Testing out this guy's chest protector. Hardy wins it back to O'Connell. O'Connell puts it towards the net. Hardy knocks it down. Hardy turns, fires one off the chest of the goalie again. Dunbar puts up the boards to Hardy. Back to Dunbar. Dunbar tried centering pass, knocked away by the Wolverines. Talarico ends up picking it up, puts it behind the net. Dunbar tried rink wide pass. Good shutdown by the Wolverines. Oh, Talarico shoot him to the net, put it back in the corner. Talarico dangling on the blue line. Quick shot by O'Connell towards the net, tipped into the corner. Dunbar with a good forward check. Wolverines behind the net. 3 rails on the same side again. Wolverines throw it back out to the middle for Matthew. Fires it up the ice, right by everybody. It's going to be an icing call. 3 guys on the same side in the corner again. See that? All 3 below the dot right there. You have one guy in the middle. If it goes behind the net, now you can attack. Yeah, in the slot, this sucks. I do not want to shoot from this awesome spot. Rodberg out centering Yost. And Hoggeston. Rodberg over to Yost. Yost blasts out of the zone with Hoggeston. 2-on-2. Hoggeston holds the line. Yost on the ice. Goalie with a kick save. Rodberg with a backhand towards the net. Goalie drops a glove on it. Puck bouncing on the dot. Rodberg gains control of it. Rodberg in the corner. Rodberg gets put into the boards. Rock Ridge around the net. Yost put on a forecheck. Augustin to help out. Yost kicks it out to himself in the neutral or the center ice. In the slot. Yost backhands it up to himself behind the net. Yost looking for an outlet pass. Yost skates it around the zone, backhands it over to Jahola. Jahola gets knocked off his feet right at the top of the circles. Wolverines clear the zone. Yost up to Rodberg, tips it in. Augustin going in for a forecheck. Puck up the boards, Rodberg will get there first. Tips it back into the corner, knocked down by the Wolverines' hand. Hunter Hubbard flicks one up for a souvenir for the fans. Should be outside the zone, shouldn't it? Inside? Intentional, all the way down. Oh, where's the face-off?
It should be inside the zone.
D by the Wolverines. Holds on to it, trying to get across the center line. Hardy being a pest. Intercepts. O'Connell to Matthew. Matthew tries firing up the ice. It's Elliott. Elliott right outside the blue line. Little spinorama, couldn't control it. Matthew. Nice pinch right at the red line. Shuts it down. Up to Hoops. Hoops sidesteps the player. He almost got his head taken off. Trying to go up the boards. Hardy backhands it deep in for Hoops. Out of his reach though. Rock Ridge. Nice little turn behind the net. Back up the boards. Hardy knocks it down. Hardy with Hoops in the corner. Hoops goes up the boards. Gets pinched off by one Rock Ridge player. Wolverines back to their way. Elliott tried dumping it in deep. Intercepted by the Wolverines. Rink wide to Hoops. Hoops to Hardy. Hardy putting the boards right at the player's bench. Hoops with a nice backhand dumps it in deep. Hoops centering pass to Elliott. Couldn't get a good shot off. Matthew from the sideboards blasting off the block of the Wolverines goalie. The Wolverines clear the zone. Wolverines on his knees, dumps it in deep. Matthew behind his own net, steps up, pumps the brakes. Rink wide pass to O'Connell. O'Connell up the boards, in between everybody. Get on it, boys. Wolverines right back in deep. Matthew up the boards to Hoops. Matthew skates by Hoops, gets it out to the neutral zone. Hardy chasing it down. Matthew picks it up, neutral zone, couldn't hold on to it. Wolverines back to their way. Oh boy, it's like ping pong in the neutral zone right now. Wolverines get it, dump it in deep. Soft enough not to be an icing. Out to Elliott, couldn't hold on to it. Wolverines. Hoops intercepts. Hoops on the far side. Hoops trying to get to the net. Elliott. Rodberg breaking down the middle. Centering pass out to Hubbard. Hubbard blasts one over Jahola. Jahola got that one blast over the net. Elliott with the second rebound. Rodberg looking to get an outlet pass out for a shot. Wolverines intercept, tip it out of the zone. Rails put it shallow in the Wolverine zone, forced to regroup. Rodberg almost intercepted out to Hubbard in the neutral zone. Oh boy, you gotta get a D-back. Hubbard battling hard just inside the zone, holding it in. Hubbard still holds it in. Hubbard's playing that. Oh my goodness. Hubbard just scored a 3-point shot, field goal over the net. Oh my God, is that a 9-iron?
No, it's 5 degrees.
Yeah, we're in the sand right now. I gotta get underneath this thing a little bit. Offensive zone face-off for the Rails, 27 seconds left. Hardy, Yost, and Augustin. Hubbard and Matthew at the top. Hardy wins it back to Hubbard. Hubbard almost got his pocket picked. Oh, big tie-up at the blue line. Wolverines back to the way. Great back check by the Rails. Hubbard tried centering pass to Hardy. Hardy tips it out to Matthew. Matthew to the neutral zone. 7 seconds left. Matthew trying to get a centering pass. Hardy across the middle. Hardy fires one, misses the net. Oh, that would have been nice to go in the second period up by 1. Scoreless first period, back and forth hockey. Holy smokes. That was back and forth. Not one. So with the muted, I had to use the restroom in between periods. I'll fix the clock. First whistle here. Matthew, centering pass, knocked away by the Wolverines. Blast one wide of the net. Hardy up to Yost. Yost toe drag. Yost backhands, finds the glove side of the net and buries it. I was in the restroom and I wasn't doing it. Yost finds one. Let's take a look at the highlight reel. Ah, never mind. All right, Reel's up 1-0.
Scoring the goal for Proctor, number 22, Drew Yost, assisted by number 28, Talon Matthew. That's Yost for Matthew.
Joel up the boards. Dunbar gets thrown against the glass. Rodberg picks it up. Rodberg working up the sideboards. Rodberg cutting to the middle, trying to clear it, gets out of the zone. Rodberg going to pick it up again. Wolverines back to their D. Jahola over to Hubbard. Hubbard up the boards, intercepted by the Wolverines. Rodberg center ice. Rodberg up to himself, coming in 2-on-1 with Dunbar. Rodberg over to Dunbar, intercepted by the Wolverines. Rodberg with a big shoulder in the neutral, right in the middle of the ice. Should say neutral zone, right in the slot. Hash marks. Oh, toe drag by the Wolverines, back the other way. Fires one, big save by Colton to the corner. Hardy behind his own net picks it up. Oh, Hardy loses behind the net. Quick pass out front for the Wolverines. Tie it up 1-1. Good forecheck by the Wolverines. Put themselves back on the board, 1-1. Not back on the board, on the board. Hardy out centering Elliott in the hoops. Oh, Elliott's gonna go to the box for roughing. I lied, it's not Elliott, it's Hardy. Hardy going to the box, 2 minutes for roughing. Rails on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. Elliott and Hoops will be up killing the penalty. Matthew and O'Connell at D. Elliott wins it back to O'Connell. O'Connell fires it around. Who's chasing it down? Wolverines back out front. Far side, oh, tipped away by Elliott last second. Elliott up the boards. Clears it out to the neutral zone. Wolverines looking to set their power play, passing through the neutral zone. Wolverines D across the top. Rails trying to keep them to the outside. Wolverines down at the hash mark, back up top. Oh, just kidding, left it at the hash mark. Wolverines fire one from down by the goal line off Cole's leg pad. Matthew picks it up, backhands it up to Hoops. Hoops off the boards, reverses his player at the blue line. Rink wide pass by the Wolverines. No one gets it. Elliott puts it back out to the neutral zone. One minute left in the Rails penalty. Wolverines, top of the circle, far side. Oh, a centering pass, Sauce right on the tape. Matthew trying to clear it, picked off by the Wolverines. Back up top for the Wolverines. Back to the sideboards. Top, center pass for the Wolverines. Wolverines fire one from the top. Oh, bounces around the boards into the dot. Clicking a shot off. Matthew picks it up. Matthew's got some room to skate. Couldn't hold on to it though. Too far in front of the Wolverines, pick it up. The Wolverines are back the other way quick. Wolverines step in the zone. Try centering pass. Wasn't looking for it. They clear their own. Clear the zone on themselves. Matthew steps up, Wolverine around to the boards. Elliott in the corner. Elliott tries backhand at the corner. Puck bounces right out to the slot. Hard snapshot by the Wolverines, deflected wide. Connell, good defensive play in the corner. 2 seconds, and the Rails are at full strength. Good penalty kill. Hardy out of the box, comes into the zone. Connell picks it up, rings it around the boards. Looks like the Wolverines will get there first. Hardy fresh out of the box, ready to battle. Connell leaves it behind the net. Wolverines get there first, tries centering pass, knocked away by O'Connell. Up the boards. Oh, throws it behind for Matthew in the corner. Matthew fires out the back of the ref. Hardy couldn't pick it up. Wolverines with the puck at the top of the circles. Hardy, good forecheck, tips it up to himself again. Puck dribbles by the net. Hardy looking for a centering pass. Oh, right by everybody out to the neutral zone for Jahola to pick up. Good look, Jahola up the boards. Tried hitting hoops. Back to Jahola. And Jahola fires it out of the into the player's box for a whistle. Out of the rink, out of the playing area. Take your pick. Rodberg out centering Yost and Haugeston. Hubbard and Jahola at D. Rodberg deep in his own zone. Rodberg uses the net. Rodberg off, try going off the boards, hits the skate of a Wolverines player. Rodberg battling with Hubbard. Hubbard throws his guy on the boards. Rodberg up to Yost. Yost coming down 2-on-1 with Haugeston. Yost into the zone. Yost fires one just wide of the net. Up top to Jahola. Jahola tips it in the corner. Wolverines behind the net. Pinched off by Haugeston. Wolverines still with the puck. Get all the pass into the neutral zone. Good step by Hubbard. Went for the body, got ended up with the puck. Wolverines back the other way. Good cut move. Rodberg tips it up to himself. Rodberg almost out of the zone, leaves it over for a... That can't be an offsides. What the hell? That's a weird call. They mean business with offsides. Not on my watch. Hardy out centering Dunbar and Tallarico. Jahola and Hubbard at D. Hardy crashing in hard. Wolverines up the middle. Wolverines down the near side. Hubbard steps over to help out. Good job. Polk checks it behind the net. Back up top for the Wolverines. They dump it deep in the corner. Jahola back, picks it up, tips it over to Hubbard. Hubbard's got some time. Hubbard back behind the net. Hubbard tried throwing up the boards. Stand on it, couldn't hit Tallarico. Got to move Hardy going up the boards with the puck. Tips it up to Tallarico. Tallarico tried centering pass, flips it over everybody. That's not going to be hard enough. Dunbar crashing in hard. Wolverines throw it back the other way up the boards. That one also not an icing. Holy smokes, 2 back-to-back, no icings. That usually doesn't happen. Matthew tried tipping out, intercepted by the Wolverines. Oh, tried to mish, just missed. Missed the mish. Centering pass, couldn't hit Dunbar. Wolverines intercept. Flick it the other way, Jahola picks it up. Jahola over the red line. Fires it on net from outside the blue line, puts it in the corner. Hardy there to pick it up. Hardy pumps the brakes. Hardy trying to work out the sideboards. 2 Wolverines shut it down. And they're out of the zone out to Matthew. Matthew hits Dunbar at the red line. Dunbar coming in 3-on-2, dumps it in deep. Tallarico on the far side trying to get there first. Wolverines pinch him off. Wolverines back the other way. Hardy crashing in hard at him. Wolverines coming out 2-on-1, top of the circle. Good back check by Dunbar, flips it out. Tallarico tips it over to Elliott. Elliott into the zone, across the middle. Elliott trying to get a shot. Elliott all alone. Fires one off the goalie's blocker, up and out of play. Good poise of the puck. Hold on to that one, getting open ice. That was a good play. Skating across and getting open ice. Hitting blocker instead of chest. I like that shot. Rodberg out centering Elliott and hoops. Matthew and O'Connell at D. Wolverines try to go to the boards. Matthew shuts it down, throws it across the middle. No rails there though. Wolverines up the sideboards. Oh, Rodberg and Hoops almost collided right at the blue line. Wolverines, hard shot off the blocker, a cold into the corner. Connell banks it off the boards. Rodberg picks it up. Bouncing puck for Rodberg, tips it up to Elliott, up to Hoops. Forgot who's out there. Hoops, good forecheck, gets there first, tries centering pass off the back of the net. Rodberg with a poke check. Wolverines walk away with it. Wolverines centering pass, tipped away by Jahola. Hoops there, throws a wrist shot, floats over the net. Elliott with a good forecheck, knocks the puck away, gets tied up into the boards. Hoops there, Hoops cutting back to the middle. Hoops out to Rodberg, couldn't get the shot off. Rodberg puts it up top for Hubbard. Hubbard fires one off of a skate. Out front, and who was that, Elliott? Elliott with the rebound, pumps it in. Low hard shot by Hubbard. They count it? Are they saying no goal? Uh-oh. Might have been premature here. I don't know if the replay's even working. Oh, it went back way too far. That's lame. So no goal, and Rock Ridge is going to go to the box. 2 minutes for interference. Why no goal? For what? What do you say? We had the puck though. How the heck does that work out? All right, no goal. Rails go on the power play. Should go watch that video and see what the hell happened. Hardy out starting Rodberg and Elliott, Yost and Matthew at the point. That was weird. Yost, right across the top. Yost fires one off the stick of the Rock Ridge goalie, up and out of play. That was a perfectly designed what they wanted.
Minor penalty assessed to Rock Ridge is number 19, Dominic Bastinelli. He gets 2 minutes for interference. That's Bastinelli for interference. Time of penalty 8:28.
Oh. Hardy ties it up, pucks it at the dot. Hardy flies in behind the net. Matthew in to help out. Puck up the boards to Yost. Yost holds it in. Yost cuts across the middle. Rink wide pass to Hardy. Hardy from the below the circle fires one, misses. Up top to Yost. That was Elliott. Excuse me, Yost. Oh, the Elliott down low tips it up and out of play. Elliott creeping up the back door, not the back door, near side post. Yost hit him right on the stick. A little too high of a tip though. Yost taking the draw this time. Back up top for Rodberg. Rodberg puts it over to Matthew. Matthew down low for Hardy. Back up top to Matthew. Matthew fires a hard shot, hits the goalie, no one there for the rebound. Wolverines fired off the glass. Right on net, no icing call. Oh, nice angle. Matthew steps out, rink wide pass to Yost out of his reach. Yost picks it up, shallow in his own zone. Oh, spin-a-rama at the blue line. Mighty Ducks move. Knocked off his stick. Going to be an offsides call. 58 seconds left in the power play. Hardy back on the draw. Puck's sitting on the dot. Rodberg in to help out. Puck still on the dot. Hardy finally clears it. It's over to Elliott. Elliott into the zone. Elliott getting tied up. Puck bouncing out. Rodberg from the goal line puts it on net. Goalie knocks it away. Finally gloves it down. Yost taking the draw, Hardy up top. Yost wins the draw back to Hardy. Hardy across the middle. Hardy's got room. Hardy fires one right into the glove of the Wolverines goalie. Squeezes it for a whistle. Hardy back taking the draw. Hardy wins it back to Matthew. Matthew quick over to Yost. Yost got some room. Yost fires one right into the glove. Maybe we should try shooting lower and get away from his glove. Maybe that would work. Change it up a little bit. I don't know. Figured out that thing works. All these nets are brand new on the bottom. Only the upper corners are bad. Puck back up top to Yost. Yost rink wide to Matthew. Matthew's got some room. Matthew fires a low, hard shot. Tipped up into the guts of the goalie. Holds onto it for a whistle. That was what we're looking for. Nice low, hard. Get a tip. Let it bounce around a little bit. Make them track it down. 25 seconds left in the power play for the Rails. Looks like Jahola's going to be out centering Tallarico and Dunbar. Hubbard and O'Connell at D. Wolverines win that one, and they're the other way quick. O'Connell putting his guy into the boards. Jahola tips it up the boards to himself. Got 10 seconds left. Jahola to the near side. Tallarico breaking. Jahola fires one. Goalie couldn't hold on to it. Tallarico going for the hit. Miss. Oh no, it went for the puck. It went to everyone else is going for it. Oh, almost a big open ice hit. Hubbard pumps the brakes, puts it up to neutral zone for Tallarico. And Wolverines are at full strength. Wolverines up the boards. Good back check by Hubbard. Jahola over to Tallarico. Tallarico tries going back to Jahola, knocked away by the Wolverines. The Wolverines are through the neutral zone. Wolverines with a draw pass. Fires one wide of the net. I should say fired one, I should say probably flicked it, didn't go that hard. O'Connell off the boards. Good job by the Wolverines holding that one in. Back to O'Connell. Back up top, Tallarico flicks it off the boards to himself. Centering pass to Dunbar. Dunbar over the red line. Dumps it in deep. Dunbar and Tallarico going for a line change. Hardy crashing in hard. Oh, Hardy with the forecheck by himself. Holds the puck behind the net. Hoggeston in to help out. Wolverines walk away with it though. Hoggeston, good forecheck. Stay with it. Puck up the boards. Yost holds onto it. Yost trying to get it in deep. Connell kicks it up. Hoggeston battling for the puck. Puck sitting out front. Hardy, oh, gets a backhand off. Big save by the Wolverines goalie. Hardy still battling. Tries centering pass. Hits a Wolverines player. And they're out of the zone. O'Connell almost held that one in. O'Connell pumps the brakes over the red line. Dumps it right in on the net. Ooh, good forecheck by Hardy. Hardy gets hauled down. That's going to be a Wolverines penalty. Probably tripping. Hooking? What was that? Hooking? Trip? Is hooking when you're standing up and holding them, and tripping is when you take them off their feet? We all know what hooking is, but we can't be talking about that on the video. It'd be a tripping call on the Wolverines. See if the Rails can bury one here. They had a lot of good scoring between his last power play. Elliott working in the corner. Hardy in to help out. Puck bouncing up the boards. Matthew goes off the boards. Hardy there to pick it up. Hardy rink wide pass to Yost. Yost skating across the blue line. Leaves it for Hardy. Near side. Hardy fires one. From down by the bottom of the circle. Up and out of play. Hardy clean draw back to Matthew at the top. Matthew rink wide pass to Yost. Yost looking for something. Robert go front. Yost goes rink wide to Hardy. Hardy, oh, tried hitting Elliott on the near side here. Intercepted by the Wolverines. Puck bouncing in the corner. Robert to help out. Hardy puts it back up top for Matthew. Matthew back to Hardy on the far side. Back up top to Matthew. Matthew's got room. Matthew fires one off of a deflection up in the upper corner for a goal. Who'd that hit? Bryson? Hard shot by the top. Matthew right in the middle. Not sure who it hit. Might hit a Rock Ridge player. It got deflected somewhere. bounces right in the upper corner. This replay's not working tonight. Oh, maybe. There's a chance. I don't think so. It's going back way too far. I think it's going back to yesterday almost.
Scoring on the power play. Number 28, Talon Matthew.
Matthew awarded the goal.
17, Jackson Hardy. That's Matthew from Hardy. Time to goal 12:53.
So Matthew gets it, assisted by Hardy. Puck bouncing out to the middle. Hoops couldn't hold on to it. Wolverines pick it up in the neutral zone. Wolverines shallow into the rail zone. They're going back behind the net. Roberts swipes at it. Wolverines player still with it. Bounces up top for the D. Into the sideboards. Up top for the Wolverines. D to D. Are they on the power play right now? Let's go, boys. Puck bounces out to the middle. Jahola steps up. Clears the zone. Wolverines back with the puck. Wolverines up top, right into the zone. Fires off a shin pad of Jahola, pick up their own rebound. Try going short side, Colts there. Puts a glove on it for a whistle. That must have hit a Wolverines player then if they gave it to Matthew, because it did like a weird, it did something weird, didn't it? Low hard shot though, that's perfect. Puck centering pass to Hardy. Oh, almost got his head taken off in the neutral zone. Wolverines back with the puck. Quick the other way. Oh, Hardy held up there, he wanted to go for a hit. Matthew in the corner. Matthew up the boards. Tried hitting Dunbar, skips out to the neutral zone. Wolverines back the other way. That's gonna be an icing call. Hardy out, sending Talarico and Dunbar. Matthew and O'Connell at D. Hardy tried winning it to himself, ended up with the puck in the corner, tried centering pass, knocked away by the Wolverines. Dunbar in the corner, knocked away by the Wolverines, and they're out of the zone. Wolverines back to the way, one-on-one. Good step by Matthew, poke checked away. Talarico puts it behind his own net for Matthew to pick up. Matthew pumps the brakes, goes back the other way. Tries centering pass, almost kills Dunbar at center ice. Couldn't knock it down in the icing call. He almost blew up Weston's midsection there. Slow motion, that'd been awesome. Oh, the screen just cracked. Oh, no. All right, a little crowd participation there. Wolverines shallow zone. Hardy picks it up. Hardy rink wide pass. Talarico breaking wide. Talarico puts his body. Oh, way to use your body to protect the puck. Talarico still with it. Good work. Back up to Hardy. Hardy rink wide to Jahola. Jahola fires one just off the bottom of the glove. The Wolverines go and puck bounces into the corner. Wolverines throw a long sauce pass. Oh, Colt plays it, no icing. Colt fires it up the boards. Wolverines player there to pick it up. Jahola kicks it up to himself, tried hitting Dunbar at the blue line. Wolverines pick it up, throw it back in the neutral zone. Good step by Hubbard. Hubbard tried centering pass, knocked away by the Wolverines. Hubbard back with it. Can't even keep up. I feel like the Micro Machines man here. Jahola out of the corner, getting tied up by three Wolverines. Wolverines centering pass, wide open. Big save by Cole, puts it in the corner. Dunbar chasing it down out to the Wolverines. Couldn't hold it in. Dunbar in the neutral zone. Wolverines centering pass, right back the other way. Quick transition. Wolverines fire one. Good cutoff by Hardy, it looks like. Good back check. Wolverines with it again. Hard shot into the stomach. Colt holds onto it for a whistle. That was weird. That was the weirdest shift. You get it here, and all of a sudden it was like. Rodberg out centering Yost and Hoggeston. Matthew and O'Connell at the puck towards the net. Oh, it went through the crease. Hoggeston headmans it up to Yost. Yost over the red line. Rodberg breaking towards the net. Yost in the corner gets. Oh, someone's helmet came off. Woo! Stop the clock. That's me. Offensive zone face-off for the Rails with 31 seconds left. Puck one into the corner. Hoggeston chasing down Rodberg. Tips it out to Matthew. Matthew crossed the blue line. Backhands it towards the net, just wide. Hoggeston chasing it down. Wolverines ringing around the boards. Rodberg trying to cut it down. Yost throws it back in the corner. Wolverines knocking up the boards. Hoggeston tried hitting Rodberg over his stick. Rodberg chasing it down. Good forecheck going on. Puck bounces out. 3 seconds left. And the Wolverines get a shot off. They do last second. They're at the buzzer. Scott, I think we should make a summer league team name either guest or away, and they never have to change the scoreboard. You'd always be your name on there. It'd be amazing. Be back in 15 minutes. All right, after a quick zam, back to live action. Start of the third period, Rails Rails are up 2-1. Also lead on the shot clock, 23-14. Rails have had a lot of shots on net, and they've also had a lot of shots right into the goalie's glove. See if they change it up a little bit in the third period. Start of the third, Hardy's going to be centering Haugeston and Yost. Matthew and O'Connell at D. Wolverines, quick draw back to their D. Deep in their own zone, D to D behind the net. Wolverines up the boards, quick centering pass. Oh, to Haugeston, turns, fires one, just misses the net. He's wide open in front of the net. Way to pick it off. Matthew steps up, puts it back shallow in the corner. Wolverines there to pick it up out of the zone. Poke check by Hardy, bounces up to Matthew. Loose puck, don't get there. Hardy back with the puck. Hardy centering pass to Haugeston, couldn't hold on to it. Wolverines tip it out to the neutral zone for Yost to pick up. Yost over the red line, gets a quick little slash on the shin pad, tried to split the D. Puck bounces into the corner. Puck behind, Hardy chasing it down. Wolverines looking to go back behind the net. Haugeston trying to put a forward check on. Hoops steps on, rink wide pass by the Wolverines. Matthew picks it up to Hoops, neutral zone, gets double teamed, sandwich, dumps it deep in the zone. Gotta go, let's go Rodberg with a forward check, tips it in the corner. Rodberg backhands up the boards to Hubbard. Hubbard back in the boards for Rodberg, couldn't hold on to it. Rodberg throws his guy into the boards, out to Jahola. Jahola tips it up to Hoops. Hoops tries cutting across the middle off the skate of the Wolverines. Hoops back with it, down to Rodberg, out of the reach of Rodberg. Rodberg throws a weak body in the corner. Oh, tip just wide of the net by Elliott. Gotta go. Good step by Jahola. Jahola backhands it off the glass. Look at his out of play. And he is laid out right on the blue line. Rodberg goes centering Elliott and Hoops. Rodberg wins it back to Jahola. Jahola fires it in deep. Elliott busting into the corner, ties his guy up. Hoops picks it up. Hoops out top for Hubbard. Hubbard fires one, tipped off. Hoops stick up and over the net. Rodberg puts it behind his back. It's his feet taken out from underneath him. Elliott crashing in. Oh, puck bouncing out front. And the Rockridge goalie jumps on it for a whistle. What are you trying to show me there?
It says insufficient. We'll look at it later.
Oh. Hardy is centering Tallarico and Dunbar. Matthew O'Connell at D. Hardy with the puck. Goes out top for Matthew. Matthew off the blocker pad. Puck up and over the net. Hardy trying to hold it behind the net. Puck out to the middle. Wolverines pick it up out of the zone. Over the red line into the rail zone. Looking for the centering pass. Oh, crashing guy to the net. Got a stick on, just couldn't put it on net. Hardy clears the zone. Wolverines back out in their own zone, shallow. Centering pass, Wolverines come onto it, over the red line. Wolverines cutting to the net, 2-on-1, backhand. Look, he's going upper deck, right over the net. Not sure that touched Colt's glove or not. Puck up in the air, Matthew tries swatting it down. Matthew behind the net, intercepted by the Wolverines, throws it back in the corner. Hardy there to pick it up. Hardy cuts across the middle, pocket picked right on the dot. Hardy back with the puck. That was a sauce pass, rink wide to Dunbar, bounced over his stick. Get to the middle. Wolverines, good transition. Back in the zone. 2 guys out front. Matthew steps, puts it back in the corner. Matthew in to help out with Hardy. Puck up the boards. Back in for Matthew in the corner. Matthew trying to clear. Good second effort by the Wolverines. O'Connell throws it off the boards. Wolverines knock it back in. Matthew over to Hardy. Hardy high off the glass. Soft enough not to be an icing. Rail's going to get a line change quick. Wolverines up the boards. Good forecheck by Dunbar. Rodberg into the zone. Wolverines with a rink wide pass miss. Rodberg still chasing it down. Good forecheck. Rodberg by himself holding it deep in the zone. Wolverines up the boards. Jola trying to keep it in. Sidestep by the Wolverines. And he made offsides by the Wolverines. Rodberg out with Yost and Hoggeston. Rodberg, tried tipping it up. Wolverines somehow walk away with that one. Good step by Jahola. Yost puts it across the middle. Hoggeston tries centering pass, swing and a miss. Wolverines back with the puck at the top of the circle. Fire one right into the guts of Cole, holds onto that one. Puck one into the corner. Rodberg back to pick it up. Rodberg up the boards to Yost. Yost comes out of the zone, 2-on-2 with Hoggeston. Yost over the red line into the zone. Yost fires one, just misses the far post. Hoggeston centering pass to Rodberg. Rodberg into the corner with the puck. Oh, Hoggeston with a big body in the corner. Puck out to the middle. Hubbard chases it down, and Hoggeston going to the box, I think, for roughing. Okay, pretty clean hit. I don't know. So it could have been interference too. A couple different ones on that one. Hoggeston going to the box, 2 minutes. Calling for roughing. Up in the press box, we're saying maybe it could have been interference. Either way to play physical. Hardy out with Elliott on this penalty kill. Matthew and O'Connell at D. Hardy trying to win it to himself. Matthew steps in. Matthew over the blue line over to Hardy. Hardy coming in one-on-one. Hardy cuts back to the middle. Hardy, shorthanded goal, buries it. Oh, Hardy with a short-handy. 10 seconds into the penalty kill. Matthew picks it up in his own zone. Hardy takes off. One-on-one, Hardy backhand deke. Sideboard centering pass. No one can get there. Elliott at the blue line knocks it up. Hardy back the other way. 1-on-3. Oh, Hardy gets put into the boards. Good defensive play by the Wolverines. Wolverines back the other way. Elliott trying to put on the boards. Wolverines into the rail zone. Centering pass, tipped towards the net, just wide. Wolverines controlling the puck. Right across the middle, Hardy backhands it up. Elliott chasing it down. Elliott by himself. Oh! Pumps the brakes. I don't know what he's trying to do there. That was a weird shot. Wolverines pick it up. Either way, good clear. 1 minute left. And the penalty kill for the Rails. O'Connell picks it up. Over the red line, dumps it in deep. Hardy crashing in hard. Hardy throws his guy into the boards. Hardy back up top for O'Connell. O'Connell puts it out in the neutral zone. Back for Matthew. Matthew rink wide. Hits Hardy right on the tape. Hardy trying to break in. Good defensive play by the Wolverines. Hardy and Elliott crash on him, ran the red line, shut it down. Hardy with the puck in his own zone, trying to hit Elliott. Sauce all the way down, on net, no icing call. Matthew putting pressure on Elliott, trying to cut towards the net. 2 Wolverines there to shut it down. 20 seconds left in the penalty kill. Wolverines through the neutral zone by Hardy. Over the blue line, fires one. Colt off the paddle into the boards. Hardy in the corner, trying to eat the clock up. Hardy fires it out to the neutral zone. underneath the skate of the Wolverine, all the way down. Goalie touches it, no icing call. Elliott's still up there, tipped out to Jahola. Rails at full strength, Jahola up the middle. Elliott slaps it up to Dunbar. Couldn't get to it in time. Puck bouncing in. Hubbard steps up, tips it up to the Wolverines player. Puck in the boards. Tallarico flying in. That was going to be a big hit. Dunbar behind the net, tips it to Tallarico. Tallarico off the back of the net, Youngblood style. Tallarico gets a puck knocked off his stick. Wolverines back the other way. Puck towards the front of the net, tip just wide. Hubbard there to pick it up, banks up the boards. Tallarico slaps up the boards. Wolverines pick it up in the neutral zone. Quick D to D. Over the red line, dump it in deep. Hubbard back to pick it up. Hubbard with a backhand. Up to Tallarico out of his reach. It's going to be right on net, no icing. And the goalie's going to drop a glove on it for a whistle. Rodberg out centering Tallarico and Dunbar. Jahola and Hubbard at D. Wolverines win that one forward. Wolverines out of the zone, coming out 1-on-3. Hard back check by Rodberg. Rodberg puts him into Jahola. Rodberg puts his guy into the boards. Wolverines pick up the loose puck. Up top for the Wolverines, back into the corner. Centering pass, Dunbar intercepts. Dunbar coming down 2-on-3 with Tallarico. Dunbar over the blue line, pocket picked. Offside's called. The dreaded toe drag at the blue line. Hey, do you have one of those fruity ones? Are you out? Oh, you only have 2 left? You have more? Thank you. It smells yours. It smells good. It smells magical. Like bubblicious. Good poke check by Hardy. Up to Hoggeston. Hoggeston gets cut off by the Wolverines defenseman. Good forward check by Hoggeston. Hardy going to the corner. Knocks the puck away. Almost intercepts. Knock it down at least. Hoggeston, Hardy in the corner. And Yost. All 3 forwards, same side. Centering pass by Hoggeston hits a Wolverines player on the stick. Wolverines dump it out to the neutral zone for O'Connell, back to Matthew. Matthew centering pass under Yost's stick. Wolverines intercept neutral zone. Over the red line, dump it in deep. Matthew back by his own net to pick it up. Off the boards to Yost. Yost tips up to Hoggeston. Hoggeston coming out 2-on-1 with Hardy. Hoggeston looking to want to fire it. Picked his head up. Oh, big slap shot by Yost right into the chest of the goalie. Hoggeston picks up the... Is that Hoggeston? Picks up the rebound, backhands it in.
Rattleback mask again.
That was Hoggeston, wasn't it? Oh boy, would it crash the net. Felt bad for him. He wanted to fire that one. Like, oh, I don't have it. Oh, shoot. Still walks over to the goal. Rodberg out. Elliott and Hoops. Matthew and O'Connell at D. Wolverines poke check it into the zone. Matthew turns, fires it up. Off of Wolverines stick. No icing call. Hoops with a strong forward checks. Elliott in the corner. Get in deeper. Robert forward check, puts his guy to the boards. Wolverines out of the zone. Wolverines cross top of the circles. Matthew puts his guy in the corner. Centering pass by the Wolverines. Wide open. Couldn't allow them for a shot. Hard shot by the Wolverines. Off Hoops' shin pad. Puck stays in the zone. Rodberg there to pick it up. Rodberg over the red line. Rodberg dumps it in deep. Hoops gets there first. Hoops trying to hold on to it. See if we can hold on. Couldn't do it. Maybe a Rails power play. Hooking on the Wolverines, I think. Oh, legal in Vegas, not in hockey. Keep it in Vegas, boys. Hooking. Hardy out saying Rodberg and Elliott. Yost and Matthew at the top. Quick draw back to Yost. Yost flicks one over to Matthew across the top. Bouncing puck. Matthew dumps it in the corner. Wolverines try to throw it out. Matthew knocks it down. Matthew over to Yost. Yost's spin move at the top. Yost battling in the corner. Yost tried rink wide to Hardy. Knocked down by the Wolverines. Hardy is wide open. Back out to Matthew in the neutral zone. Matthew tried to fire one, misfire. Wolverines pick it up. Good step by Yost. Back on Matthew's stick. Matthew turns back in his own zone, makes some room. And Matthew gets hauled down. That's going to be a 5-on-3. Ooh, that's going to be a tripping, I think. When you know, you know. Ah, crap. There was times last year the kids, they called a penalty and the wrong kid went to the box first. And they're like, not you. And he's like, whoa. 5-on-3 for 1:17. Puck back to Yost. Yost right across into the slot. Banks one off the post. Hardy down in the corner for Yost. Yost across the top. 5-on-3. We want to be close for this one. Back out top to Matthew. You got to move the puck here, boys. Move the puck. Over to Yost in the corner. Move it. Hardy right out front. Couldn't hold on to it. Up top for Matthew. Matthew back to Hardy. Hardy up top to Matthew. Matthew corner for Yost. Yost walks it out. Fires on low and hard. Rebound. Bounces behind the net. Elliott over to Yost. 38 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Hardy goes to pick it up. Eats it off the circle. Ringside to Yost. Yost couldn't get a full shot off. Puck in the corner for Yost. Move it. Move it. Rink wide. Hardy. Hardy back to Yost. Yost cutting up the middle. Puck knocked off his stick. Rock Ridge tries to clear it. Matthew there to hold it in. Matthew rink wide to Hardy. Centering pass to Yost. One-timer. Kick save. Rodberg backhands it towards the net. Wrist shot by Matthew. Kick save. And the Wolverines clear it. Colt's going to play this one. 2 seconds left for the 5-on-3. 41 seconds now for a 5-on-4 for the Rails. Matthew up top to Elliott. Elliott leaves it for Yost. Yost over to Matthew. Matthew to Hardy down low. Hardy Rodberg gets a shot off, flicks it wide of the net. Oh, that was a good pass. Over to Matthew. Matthew getting pestered at the blue line. Wolverines back the other way. This is when bad things happen. They're out there for 2.5 minutes. Yost picks it up though. Good back check. Yost over the red line, full head of steam. 5 seconds left. Yost fires one from the goal line off the back of the net. And both teams full strength. Good job by the Wolverines killing off a 5-on-3 and then a 5-on-4. They calling offsides? Oh. Oh. Looks like we have Johola out centering Dunbar and Tallarico. Hubbard and O'Connell at D. Puck under Dunbar's skates. Out to the blue line. Wolverines tip it in. Wolverines fire from the top. Knocked down. Hubbard puts in the boards for Johola. Johola centering pass behind Dunbar. Wolverines pick it up. Sidestep one player back in the rail zone. Good step by Tallarico. Tallarico. And then O'Connell to Hubbard. Hubbard puts his guy into the boards. Joel in to help out. Hubbard tips it up to just the top of the circle. Wolverines back up the boards. Dunbar there to pick it up. Dunbar tries centering pass. Bounces over Johola's stick. Clears the zone. Johola still chasing it down. Wolverines quick D to D. Missed pass. Johola there to... Oh, almost picked it off. That was close. Wolverines leave it for the D. Over the red line. Hubbard there to pick it up. Hubbard going for a skate on net from outside the blue line. Crashing in hard was Hubbard, it looked like, on his own rebound. Almost intercepted by Hardy. Wolverines back to their way, 1-on-1 with Matthew. Oh, that should be nothing. Matthew got him in the skates, they didn't call anything. Hardy back to their weight, back to the middle. Hardy turns, looking for an outlet pass. Rink wide pass, too far in front of Jahola. Jahola fires one from down the bottom of the circle, top to Matthew, fires one right on net, into the guts of the goalie, holds onto it for a whistle. Hardy out with Augustin and Hoops, Matthew and Jahola at D. Puck bouncing out to the top of the circles. Wolverines walk away with it, get it out of the zone. Wolverines top of the circle, fire one wide of the net. Colt hits with his blocker. Hoops there to pick it up. Hoops centering pass. It's Hoggeston right on the tape. Hoggeston into the zone. Tries the toe drag. Good defensive play by the Wolverines, who go up the boards. Matthew there to hold it in to Hardy. Hardy across the top of the zone. Hardy tried cutting to the middle, pinched off by the Wolverines. Hardy still with the puck. Puts it behind the net. Hoggeston there quick. Goes by Hoggeston and the Wolverines. They tip it up the boards. Hoops trying to hold it in one-handed. Nice work. Hoops back to himself in the corner. Behind the net, pinched off by Wolverines defenseman. A little good hit by Hardy, it looked like. Puck all the way down. They're going to call an icing call. Thought it hit a Rails player, but it didn't, I guess. Roderick out centering, Dunbar and Yost. O'Connell and Hubbard at D. Yost across the middle, fires one off the ground just wide of the net. Up top for Hubbard. Hubbard puts one on net, kick save. Yost try to pick it up. And Dunbar working for it. Roderick tips it out to Hubbard. Back to Yost across the top. Yost back to Hubbard. Hubbard's got a second, fires one over the net. Dunbar throws one off the back of the net. Yost there working behind the net. Back up top for Yost. Oh, that was Hubbard, excuse me. To Rod, right by Rodberg in front of the net. Rodberg in the corner. Up top for O'Connell. O'Connell sidesteps one player. Another one to Rodberg. It's a stick lifted just inside the blue line. Rodberg battling into the boards. Rodberg puts it into lower for Yost. Yost to the net. Yost fires one in the chest protector of the goalie. Wolverines back the other way. Good back check by the Rails. They're going to call a penalty. I'm not sure on who. Hunter? Hook. Hooking. Hunter's got to go to Vegas. That was funny. Hook. Hooking. You know the rules, Hunter. Bunny Ranch. 25 seconds left. At the boards of the Wolverines. Wolverines centering pass. Shut down by Hoops. Elliott to Hoops. Back to Elliott. A little too far in front of him. Elliott in the corner. Throws it out in front of the net. A little bit wide. Matthew steps up. Matthew backhands it back in. Right into the glove of the Wolverines player. Goes over the red line. 2 seconds left, and that should do it for the game. Rails walk away with a 4-1 victory. Rails play this weekend, I think, one in I'm not sure the times, but it's on the cities. I will not be there. Tune in to, I believe, Stacy Dunbar this weekend for 2 games. Forest Lake and Spring Lake Park. Thanks for watching.